We go now to the conclusion of our In Focus report, Transport Crisis. Anthony Lugg has been speaking with leaders in the public transport sector.
Before there were public passenger buses, there were tramcars. Trams were introduced in Jamaica in the late 1800s, ending its long run in 1948 as motorized vehicles became popular. Fast forward to 1953, the Jamaican omnibus service was birthed.
Every day, thousands of people in Kingston travel. Some by car, some by cycle, some walk, but most travel by bus.
According to this May 1987 Gleaner article, although JOS owned a fleet of 567 buses, only 245 were operational, and the average daily bus turnout was as low as 140. The JOS was replaced by a hodgepodge system of private operator-owned buses and franchisees, which provided unreliable and unstructured services. And in 1998, the Jamaican Urban Transit Company was established. 24 years later, in 2022, the company has about 250 operational buses.
To come down town here at evening time and come take a look at the bus situation and the bus stop going to Portmore at evening. Not even Portmore alone, the whole of Jamaica evening time from downtown to go wherever you are going.
After decades, it's clear the country has yet to get it right. Recently, 50 new JUTC buses were purchased. During the signing of the contract between the Transport Ministry and the JUTC, Portfolio Minister Audley Shaw disclosed that the buses would boost and diversify the JUTC's fleet. Cecil Toms is communications manager.
They can't come anytime sooner, to be honest with you. Remember now that buses aren't on a shelf, so they have to be manufactured. We're happy that the monies have been paid over. We are just awaiting the shipment to us. So again, please, we're asking our commuters to just bear with us because the buses will arrive in short order.
But just how long will commuters have to wait?
We are hoping that in the first quarter or perhaps in the second quarter of 2023 that the buses will arrive and will therefore abate the problem, the challenges that we're having.
Why we have to wait so long?
While Jamaicans welcome the 50 new buses, it's felt that this is a mere drop in the bucket. The JUTC has ramped up its maintenance program, but our sources say it could take between 250 to 300 buses for the country to see a significant improvement in JUTC's operations.
It gone bad already. It can't come fix again.
But JUTC buses aside, there's a view that there needs to be a review of the national transport policy.
How can a sector with 40,000 operatives, I shouldn't say drivers, so you put it drivers, owners, you get over 100,000. 40,000 operatives, I don't have a policy to govern them.
The national transport policy was developed in 1993 and was updated in 2007. Of note, it should be updated every 5 years. The 2007 policy notes,
the government will mandate that all taxis will be color-coded depending on the type of license and that distinctive colors will be used to allow for easy identification by commuters and regulators. To coordinate the transport agencies and the regulatory and enforcement authorities to provide a safe, efficient, and well-regulated transport system. To ensure that proper facilities for buses and taxis, including the necessary public transport road infrastructure, such as bus stops, sheds, splash guards, passenger information signage will be developed at urban interchange and other strategic points throughout the island.
It's 15 years since the policy was developed. It's clear that over the years and under successive governments, implementation and enforcement have been lacking, which has given rise to the crisis in the public transportation sector. Anthony Lugg, TVJ News.